want you to be free. I want us to be a self-governing people, not having to ask the white man or anybody for anything. All normal, healthy human beings want to be self-governing and self-determining. I want to have a black power. I want to have a black government. When I say black power, I'm talking about black freedom. I'm talking about big lip freedom. I'm talking about broad nose freedom. I'm talking about nappy hair freedom. I'm talking about boombox on your shoulder freedom. I'm talking about black freedom, freedom on our own terms.
You know, I wonder now with the way we kind of got all these different factions of black folks. We don't know if we from here, we're indigenous, we got this and that and blah, blah, blah. I wonder, does that keep us from doing what you said a minute ago, is figuring out, okay, no matter where we started, we're here now. What do we do? Because I think, I always think back to what they used to do back in the day, but like the example you just gave about the Dogon, as they moved, they had to change and adapt to what happened. And it seemed like we don't have we as in black people don't have a thought process about where we are now, how do we move forward. It's like some of us are looking back and some of us don't know what's going on.
Yeah. So I think part of this is we have this tendency to do that. Like, I know one of the biggest challenges I have in talking to people, especially people who I believe have already come to a certain level of awareness and understanding. We talk about the we that don't get it. I think that prevents us from organizing the part of the we that do get it. right? It's like, yeah, but black folks ain't go, who you talking about? I'm right here, brother. Like, we can organize right now. What do you want to do? Right? That. And we just stuck there. Because then, at least from my personal experience, the conversation doesn't advance beyond that. Mm-hmm. We conclude that, all right, let's just say we're not going to have a critical mass movement. In absence of a critical mass movement, what should we be doing? And when I say we, I'm talking about whoever I'm talking about in that immediate moment. What should we be doing, brother, while we wait on the masses to catch up?
But that's the problem. The number one problem is there is no leadership. Because if you the ones who in the know, ordinarily, in all groups on the planet, the ones who know are the ones who do. In all cultures almost, God means to do. That one who does, the one who creates. If you are in that mind frame that you have that energy to do, then you do. Like we've been talking for a long time. Like we don't have all these organizations we don't try to create, but that's the problem. We need an organization, something beyond a think tank, something that's an action group, something that's creating something, and you got to create whatever it is we decide we create that. When the people see something visible, something tangible, they're going to leave all that fictional stuff behind, because at the end of the day, somebody just quoting something out of a book that may have some historical stuff sprinkled here and there, but overall, most of it is mythology. They're going to leave that. When they see something, we ain't creating that that's been seen.
Mm-hmm. So I do believe we have to move out of a phase of a just purely analysis. Mm-hmm. Right? But I will challenge this idea of abandoning or not focusing on just to use think tank, since you put out there, right? Mm-hmm. So if we look at this current thing that's going on now regarding, abortion, this didn't happen at the Supreme Court level, right? This happened because some think tank, some mind said our birth rates is negative. Mm-hmm. We done tried these methods. We're going to have to outlaw the thing that's not helping the birth rate situation. Right? And then we're going to hand that over to the Supreme Court, these governing bodies, to execute this thing because we're the best minds, right? I don't think we have set or strategically had the think tanks
Yeah, we need it. I mean, I shouldn't say that because we can chew gum and walk at the same time. We definitely need that wing.
I think whatever we gonna present, right, as an action step, has to be seriously thought out, right, and considered and acted on. I agree with that. I'm not saying we got to spend whatever amount of time, but I don't think we spend enough time really coming to any real analysis. We'll still talk about, right, in a very limited way. Listening to Amos Wilson this morning, we'll box in Du Bois, we'll box in Booker T, into these very neat. He was a this. He was no. These very complex beings in a very complex situation, trying to figure it out. And Du Bois had the advantage of age over almost everybody, that we can, this span of 90, years that he started here. We were like, oh, I don't even know if he a sellout, a bourgeois. Then, Father Pan-Africanism as a literal term, like, and so he had that where many of our greats didn't live long enough for one reason or another to even make whatever adjustments they may have a conclusion. So, but then we haven't built on that work. Right? We haven't said, okay, they stopped. Like, let's just take Amos. Amos' last publication, Blueprint. Now, I'm not saying, I jokingly say it's my Bible, right? But where's the serious effort? Not in producing the volume 2 of it. But where's the serious effort of taking that, applying some of it, analyzing what makes sense right now to apply, and then building on the rest of it for the next generation to then come back, do the same thing, critique, analyze, move forward on.
You're talking about implementation. Where is that at? Right?
Yeah, so we've had critical thinkers who put things out there for us to do or consider doing.
I want to be free. I want you to be free. I want us to be a self-governing people, not having to ask the white man or anybody for anything. All normal, healthy human beings want to be self-governing and self-determining. I want to have a black power. I want to have a black government. When I say black power, I'm talking about black freedom. I'm talking about big lip freedom. I'm talking about broad nose freedom. I'm talking about nappy hair freedom. I'm talking about boombox on your shoulder freedom. I'm talking about black freedom, freedom on our own